Tonight, some of the children of civil rights icon Fred Shuttlesworth are speaking out about their father's legacy. The Reverend died on Wednesday. He was a leading figure in the civil rights movement, even marching alongside Martin Luther King Jr. He left Alabama in 1961, moving here to Cincinnati to become pastor of Revelation Baptist Church. He later founded the Greater New Light Church in Avondale, where he continued to work against racism. He was 89 years old. Now today, I sat down with two of the Reverend's children, his oldest daughter and his only son, in the church their father designed. It's a story you'll only see here on Fox 19.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round.
To many, Fred Shuttlesworth was more than a man, but to Patricia Shuttlesworth Massengill and her brother, Fred Shuttlesworth Jr., he was daddy, one who often made his four children stay home while he fought for civil rights.
He had to focus on everybody's children that had been entrusted to him to do these demonstrations, so he couldn't have all four of his out there.
These two and their two sisters grew up sheltered, sometimes frightened, but say they never questioned the burden their father bore.
When we were in the South, we led a very sheltered life because our house had to be guarded because of the bombs and the Ku Klux Klan. But we weren't permitted to go outside very much. We could go to church, go to school, and that's it. I mean, my very first date, I had to be accompanied by my sister. So you can tell how embarrassing that is for her and for me.
They learned how to live in a world full of hate.
The police company wants to come outside, and had the guns out. What's your name? The brother told me, he said, this is not a good time to be a Shuttlesworth. So I said, what's your name? Fred Smith, and went on about my business.
Massengill, the oldest, says she was taught nonviolence but learned to always have a backup plan.
Being young, we didn't have any weapons of any kind, but, I did manage, to put a fork in my purse. Of course, he didn't know that. And I never told him, but I wasn't gonna let anybody hurt my dad.
A promise she kept until his last days. She and her siblings were there by her father's bedside in his hospital room in Birmingham when he passed, praying over him, talking to him, singing to him.
Turn me round, turn me round.
Just like they did when they were children.
Walking up the freedom's way. We knew he couldn't hear us, but he knew what we were about, and we did too. And it made us feel better to do that because that's what he expected us to do.
That's the purpose of the music. Songs have a spirit, they take you places. And all our lives we've been singing to him, for him, in the church and so forth. Pat and Ricky sang all the time. I used to refer to him as Gladys Knight, and I was the Pip.
They say they haven't had a chance to see all of the messages from politicians and community leaders, but know their father would appreciate it.
He would have said, well, that's nice, because like I told you, he was real modest.
What a family. Now, there has been a change in the funeral arrangements for the Reverend. According to the mayor of Birmingham, there will be a private ceremony on October 22nd. Visitation will be October 23rd at the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute, and the funeral will be held at the Faith Chapel Christian Center in Birmingham on October 24th. Now, if any of these arrangements should change, we'll let you know. And if you want to hear and see my full interview, we have the entire thing on fox19.com.